It's a vibe on Lava Lounge.
And with me in the studio is the latest Epic T from BB Ninja All Stars. I've got Kidwaya.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
We're good. I'm not happy to see you.
You're not happy?
Yeah, like I'm not happy to see you so soon.
I know.
I'm not at all. But welcome to Hot FM. I guess you've been here before.
Yes.
That's the
3 years ago.
lockdown season.
Yeah, 3 years ago, yeah.
Good to see you. You look really good.
Thank you so much.
Way taller.
You know what? Everybody says that to me. Because, like, I'm not actually short. I'm like 6 foot plus.
No,
like 6 foot
we don't think
one-ish.
you're short, but then you look like taller than what we see on television.
So, first of all, the TV never does me right. Like, every time I go on TV, especially Big Brother, it makes me look some kind of way. And also, the men in the house are giants, man. These guys
oh, that's right.
Big.
That's true. So if you're this tall, I guess Soma is like...
Soma's 6'4". Cross is like just under 6'2". Neo is like 6'2"-ish. EK is like 6'1".
Oh, really?
Fraud is 6 foot.
Fraud is 6?
Bro, I know.
Fraud looks like 5'7". So you're 6 what?
I'm just under 6'1", which I hate to say. I like saying 6'1", but I won't lie to you. I'm just tiny bit under 6'1".
That's fair enough.
Like 0.8, but let's call it 6'1". Man.
That's fair enough. But welcome. Good to have you.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Okay, so it's been a couple of days since you came out of the house, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel being out of the house? First off, I mean, I know that you went to Ghana.
Shout out Ghana, man. Shout out Ghana. Yeah.
Yeah, and so first off, have you processed being out of the show?
I processed it literally as soon as I left. I was good with it because I like my life. My life is great. My life is soft, so I wasn't even upset. I was like, okay, back to business. Let's get back to work. So as soon as Ebuka called my name, I was like, right, cool, that's it.
I mean, I get that.
Get straight to work.
You obviously didn't go into it to come out, and you wanted to get to the end.
Yeah,
right?
of course. I think first of all, I think everyone is shocked that I left. Right, even now, the dynamics of the house has changed. They all want me back. Everyone's saying in the diary sessions they miss Kid.
Look at Kid being Kid. They all want me back.
But am I lying? Am I lying?
I mean, yes, we missed that you were on the show.
I mean, the housemates want me back.
Cece definitely. I was shocked because Cece was telling Biggie that she really
girl.
misses you.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to get there. However, let's talk about... Also, quite a number of people felt you were just a scapegoat because we wanted... Let me not say we, but people wanted Shay on the block, right? And it's been 2 females. So I could understand where the jury, was coming from. Like, okay, Princess, Uriel, tell any badge. How about, a guy this time?
I'm always the scapegoat, and everyone knows this. But I'm cool with it now because we all know I wasn't supposed to go. But the jury wanted me to go based on some certain narratives if they picked someone else. But
yeah,
I'm happy I went because Eternally is my girl. I don't want her to go out. So I'm happy I was able to allow her to stay longer, for her to shine and do what she needs to do. But everyone knows, know.
How do you feel about the twist, though? Aside from you just being evicted, how do you feel about this jury twist generally?
I think it's interesting. I think bringing old housemates back to have a part to play in the show is interesting. I kind of like the narrative. And it creates, like, social media buzz and engagement. So I'm all for it. Now they scrapped it because of my own shocked the nation. So much that they said, this ain't gonna work, or maybe just scrap out. They were scrambling in the head office.
How did you hear that they scrapped it, though? Because we had that last week, but you did it.
I've got connections up high up in this establishment now.
So we're gonna hold your word for it.
It's gone. Otilo.
No jury twist. It's Otilo. It's Otilo.
Don't start this. Don't start this thing. I like the way I say it.
Okay, so you were my favorite lockdown. Like you were top on the list, right? What I saw...
There's a butt coming. Here's the butt.
This is my job right now. What I saw was Kid was fun. He was chilled. He was flirty. He was unapologetic.
Very.
Claimed to not be in touch, which is emotional side. We looked forward to your dancing, right? And that was what got you far in the game. Just being that guy. So then coming back and then changing that strategy to be like the villain, in your words.
Villain, number one villain is me.
So much of a schema. Kind of like tilting towards a dirty game.
Yeah.
Why do you think that was necessary or what that would take you far if the previous Kid took you far in the game?
I wanted to enjoy myself. Like
you didn't enjoy yourself the last time?
I did, but it was... Like, I want... Okay, Biggie says in the rule book, right? There's no embargo in conspiracy, which means you can basically go and conspire and play the game.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying. So I was like, you know what? This is my last time ever going to do this show again. Why would I want to be the same person as before? Like, this was my opportunity to play and to have fun. And for me, I was playing and having fun. So, I know people want the old kid, but a lot of people like the strategy I use. It was just politics that got me out. People like the strategy I use. Like,
but at the end of the day, people voted, right?
So here, I'll give you some more inside information. So I was told, again, by the top management that for the first 3 weeks, I was in the top 5 when it came to voting. There was no issue there.
Yeah.
Then everyone felt, this kid, he's good. You know, let's stop voting because I felt I was good.
But
that's always my narrative.
How would you know that though?
Again,
they're not the one voting.
Again, I'm told these things. The first thing I did when I came out was, I said, so what happened? They break it down and say, this is what happened. This is what we think happened anyway. So that's what they told me. Obviously, you will not know 100% what happened, but you can't go being in the top 5% 3 weeks. Then
yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing. Because when you got in the house, because I remember your dance was a thing. They would post it even on your page. A lot of people would laugh because I like this guy, that's Kid. And then the real drama started for week 2. You became head of house, you know, and all of that. Because
military regime,
you know, all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because I think if it was the Angel who was having that conversation where she says being the villain can be 2 ways. It's either people love you for it or they don't. Now, Perry is not any different from who he was.
My general.
EK, well, not so surprised.
My 2IC.
EK was stealing, right? From so for you, it was just different.
Yeah.
So we could expect that from Perry, and people who love Perry to be Perry was still.
Yeah.
But then, I guess, like, people who loved you for just being Kid. I'm like, oh, what's Kid doing? What are you doing? But then I understand your point of view, you know, at the end of the day. But let me get into your stay in the house. So I'm going to tackle you. Are you ready?
Yes, so tackle me.
So let's start with head of house. That was week 2, right?
Yes, week 2. First, yeah, week 2.
Yeah, I think that was great. But EK also mentioned that you seemed power drunk, right?
Did I?
Well, he said that in the diary session. Do you feel like that sort of shaped, you know, your behavior going forward in the game?
Well, first of all, I was, so if you remember, we had this white balcony, right? I was the one, so I used to stand at the balcony and I would address my people there. And now everybody
does
the same thing.
Okay.
Listen, people don't, give me my flowers, I need my bouquet right now. Because I've set so many narratives and trends in that house that people used to this day. Like when I left, now it's all love and light. No one is conniving anymore. The dynamics have changed. It's peaceful now. They're not really enjoying themselves, you know. But
you don't like peace. You don't like the peace in the house.
We're here to play a game. There can be peace after.
No, we needed a break. You got too toxic. At least for like a week or 2. Even the viewers were stressed mentally. We needed a break.
Listen, yeah, I can imagine the viewers being stressed. But
we needed a break.
But trust me, all this love and light, you guys will get bored in the next 2 days. You were like, need violence.
You know the funny thing about you saying this? You're never in this fight. Right, you claim it's not false.
A king does no. So you're right.
Peace and love and love and light, but we never see you in the drama.
A king does not get his hands dirty. That's why he has generals and 2 ICs.
We see that.
That's what's up.
But anyways, so let's get into it. So when you guys started, there was this women versus men thing. I remember Abika asking Messi. And she's like, yeah, she wanted a woman to win, you know, all of that. And it felt cool until it started getting really deep, especially with the guys. And it started with wanting the girls to get, I think it was Perry. He had a conversation saying when Alex and Cece were fighting, he didn't want to stop them. And
that's the first week? Day 2?
First or second week. You know, when the
first fight they had?
Yes.
Day 2. Yes,
so there was some sort of conversation, and then you're like, okay, cool. EK2 was like, next time, let's not stop them. And I understand when you guys talk about conspiracy. I don't think that was also the problem alone, right? So it became, because you had mentioned something, because I know you're cool with Cece now.
My girl, I love her to
But
death.
you had mentioned something, because someone tweeted about it, and I copied the tweet, where you said, oh, and there's alcohol on Friday or Saturday, so that sort of helps the situation. Kind of like would trigger them to fight. So there's conspiracy.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did say that.
Interesting.
You did say that. And then somebody tweeted and says, her name is Uzo, please. She said, you can be strategic and plot all you want. Nobody escorted anyone to the house, but weaponizing alcohol is unacceptable. And I'm not going to use the next word she said. It's the same thing as you saying you want to drug a person to get them to do your bidding. And she went on and on. So on one end, you're like, okay, you know, when they fight, let's not stop them. But then you mentioned that. Also, something else I could point at is when Sisi and Elebaye were fighting, Cross are trying to stop them. Do you remember?
Push them down. So, leave that.
Why is it so deep? And I think that's what people started.
What's going to happen when nothing's going to happen?
You wanted them to
nothing,
fight.
Nothing.
And that's okay. But
no. I don't want anyone to fight. No, I don't want anyone to fight. But if something's going to happen, then let's see something happen. Because I know nothing's going to happen.
To the point where you had to push Cross to the floor.
Cross is an emotional guy, and I know I didn't want Cross to get involved in all of that. And we've seen this all before, where people will start, but it's just talking. So really and truly, and this happened in the house. There's a time where everyone actually decided to let things play out, and I can't remember who it was, but these two people were arguing.
Even White Money was on that as well.
These people were arguing, right? And people let them. It came to a point where they just came face to face arguing, then they left themselves. There's a meme or a video of a dog, right? There's a gate. This dog is barking, just barking at this dog, loud, like he's ready to attack this dog. Once they get and they're separated by a gate. Once that gate opened, the dog just kept quiet. That's it, and then walked away. So it's the same thing as this. Like, people will talk. When you hold someone back, that's when they get louder. When you let them go, they're quiet.
I don't buy a story.
That's how it is. Like, that's exactly how it played out in the house.
But was that your strategy?
No, that wasn't my strategy.
Okay.
My strategy was the divide and conquer. Like, divide, like, first of all, it was to get into the Pepperdam group, right? Because there were 5, they had the majority in the house. So EK was my first target. I took him out of that group. You know, he's sort of like on the...
You're saying here that you didn't want them to get strikes or get disqualified.
No, come on. Disqualified, why?
So when Perry says, I'm not going to stop them because I wanted them to get a strike, and you were in that conversation.
No.
And okay with it.
I believe you guys, no, this is the thing. I know you guys know the truth of that whole situation because you guys watched the show. And that whole thing started from Money Point event when it was about to speak about your company.
This was even before then.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't before. What,
it was week 2. When did Cece and Alex fight?
You talking about that time when we sat down in the locker room with
No. That's not what I'm talking about. It was like week 2 or something. You were head of house.
Okay.
Because that's when the fight with Cece and Elebaye happened.
Right.
It was like week 2, right?
Okay.
So I know what I'm saying.
Okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about the whole locker room stuff.
Let's even get to the locker room. Let's get to, because that was a big part as well.
Yeah.
That's Elebaye, right? Looks like you're running away from that conversation.
Never running. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so it was a thing where I think Big Brother asked you guys to talk about a company or something as a team, right?
Yeah.
And first, I need you to explain that from your own perspective. What happened with the Elebaye situation? So
yeah, Big Brother said, you know, today's task, Money Point, speak about a company, and the winner gets 5 million, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
For me, straight away, I knew I wasn't planning to win. I was planning to promote my business. No matter what, I did not care. I am going to promote Kidwaya and Co.
Was that selfish from your end? Because it's supposed to be a duo.
Do not give a... I'm not going to swear. I don't care. I was going to promote my business. That was what I planned to do. Have you realized when it was time to pick people, I sat next to... Perry was to my left, Cece was to my right. These are my people. But I didn't even say Cece, I'm with you, or Perry, I'm with you, because I knew it doesn't matter who I'm with. I'm talking about my company. And the funny thing is, everybody came up to me after and said, you're smart. I wish I did the same thing. But they're the same people that will come and join the argument when Kidwaya got upset. So anyway, so I went to the toilet and I was writing my company down, right? Neo joined me in the toilet, right? It's literally my toilet buddy. I said, Energy Alpha, talk about your smoothie company, because Neo's got a smoothie brand coming out soon. I told him, talk about that. He goes, yeah, normally. So he's doing his own thing. The Kidwaya comes to the toilet like maybe 25 minutes into the whole task, like 25 minutes later. By then, I've already got like 3-4 pages down on my company. She asks Neo, oh, Neo, can I be on your team? Neo goes, I'm with Cross. But ask Kid, I'm in the cubicle next to him. She goes, oh, Kid, can I be on your team? I said, yes, but I'm talking about my company. She goes, okay, cool, what should I do? I said, don't worry, let me finish it and I'll give you a role to play. Went into the bedroom and I told her, okay, you can be head of talent management. She wrote out 2 pages of stuff, which I assisted with. We got into the arena, did everything fine, perfectly. We sat down somebody, I'm not going to mention names, somebody said to her, this thing Kid did, though, it's not good. Like, you should be upset with him. Like, why you let him do that? That's when her behavior changed and she got upset. Then the whole thing now dragged into the locker room when everyone else said, Kid, what you did was wrong, what you did was wrong. But the same people went to me later on and said, you're smart. Like, I should have thought about the same thing. Then, Perry didn't really know what was going on. So I told him I'll brief you later. We now walked into the changing rooms, the locker rooms, and I explained to him. And I sat down on top. Then men mounted, as we usually say. Guys just came. Then the whole thing now changed into what you guys saw. But this is what I'm saying. If you watch the show, you need to see the build-up that led to this point. So Biggie knows what he's trying to do by playing that video. This is why he says conspiracy. You're allowed to conspire. So Biggie is conspiring to...
What you think is on it as well.
Of course, it's a show. So that's what... I've got to finish this point. That's what happened. So the whole thing was about Money Point and nothing to do with Ilibaye. And then the ones in the video who spoke made it to do with her. That's why me and Cross stayed quiet. We had a lot of drinks that night. We went to bed. And EK will own up to his own responsibilities of what he did. And when you interviewed Perry and both of them, they will own up to what they did. But I wasn't part of that. Neither was Cross. Neither was, I think Nia was there as well. So.
I think the only person to blame for what had happened with her clothes was EK. And we get that part. So I hear you. And I think two things is what I peek here. You had told Ilibaye and she agreed to do it, right? But then again, it was also said that it was supposed to be a teamwork. And 5 million was supposed to be won. So you're already saying that you didn't need that money. You know, kind of like would make the team or your partner fail in the first place. Because you're going to just do your own thing, forgetting that it was supposed to be a teamwork. However, she was also wrong for agreeing to it and, you know, coming out later to say, or to lie about it. I don't know how that played out, you know, at the end of the day. But I'm going to ask a question. If it was Venita, would you have done that?
I was going to do my business no matter what.
Do you think any other person in the house would have allowed it? Or do you think you let that slide?
Allowed what?
It was Ilibaye.
What are they going? So what are they not going to allow?
Doing your thing, because it's supposed to be a teamwork.
I don't think you guys know me well then. I would have gone on the stage, and if it's 5 minutes we have, I would have spoke 2.5 minutes of my stuff, and then someone else would have spoke about their stuff. I already had a plan and an agenda. I'm a very focused person. I came by myself to Big Brother. I'm going to leave. I left by myself. I'm doing these interviews by myself. So I already knew what I wanted to do. And actually, Alex spoke to me and said, "Kid, you know, if it was me, you wouldn't do that." I said, "Alex, I was going to speak about my company." She goes, "Yeah, but we'll have come to an arrangement." Of course, we'll come to an arrangement. The thing is, somebody should have picked Ilibaye, but I guess her best friends or people around her didn't say anything. So she came looking for me. And she asked, "What should I do?" This is the part that the production don't show. They don't show all these things, you know. But
okay, let's move away because there's so many other things I want to ask as well. Moving away from the Money Point task. So something else still on Paddy task, right? So where Big Brother said, I didn't start from the beginning, but I started when you guys were already presenting. So it was something like pick an housemate, right? And say something nice about them. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, Aquafina, Paddy of Life, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you started, because quite a number of people had been called. Cross, nobody had called Cross. Tolani Badge had picked you. Nobody had called Tolani. Alex, I think Alex was left. So it was you and EK, right? And then you start talking about Cross. Cross was smiling. He was excited. Like, oh my God, finally somebody picked me. And from nowhere, you talked about Cross only to give that to Doi.
It shocked you?
Yeah, but didn't you think it wasn't nice to have played with his emotions like that?
So I actually had a conversation with Cross after. I didn't even know he was upset at the start. When I found out he was upset, I actually came up to him and said, "Bro, me even telling you that story to the world or everyone who's watching, how much I love you and brought you into my personal circle, shows who the real Paddy is." You know, I didn't need to give you an award for you to know, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't have mentioned that story. But I mentioned it to the whole housemates that this guy has got my back and I've got his back.
Why did you give Dwayne then? Why not Tolani for gifts?
So I heard Dwayne, I think, cried that day, that morning, when we were having a conversation about something. She cried, so she was upset. And I wanted her to, and she keeps thinking that I'm always running away from her and stuff. And I wanted her to feel that I don't have an issue with you and we're good. And for her to be happy, because she cried that day. I don't like when girls cry. So she was very upset. So I felt like, you know what? Let me give Dorian this award so she can feel happy, make her smile. Because as the man, like, you know, we will know how to handle our emotions, and we'll talk about it later, and we'll chop knuckle and all those kind of things. But for her, she's a female, and they're a bit more emotional, and I want to put a smile on her face. That's all it was, you know. So yeah.
But do you know, at the end of the day, she had said something negative about it, that she didn't think it was genuine.
I know everyone
the way it played out.
But that's the thing. Everyone speaks negative about me, but I've still got a pure heart. End of the day, I'm still gonna at some point do a party and invite everyone to come through and have fun. So everyone speaks bad about me, but I'm not bothered about it. I'm a very unbothered person.
But did you do that just because it was Big Brother's house? It was a game. Would you do that in the real world?
Do what?
Like what you did with the whole situation.
But it's not
It's
not the real world. It's a game.
So you play a game with that.
I played it, and this is what I said the other day in an interview, that Big Brother is so far ahead of the fans, because the fans attach emotion to people's strategy in the house. It's like watching a football match. You have to judge the player and the team based on the tactics that the manager has deployed in that game. And not, let's say if someone misses a goal, you wouldn't go and say, that guy's a woman beater, that's why he missed the goal. You will say, the manager shouldn't have played him in that position. You guys watch the show. Big Brother is a game. It's not real life, it's a game. Everything that happens in that show stays in that show. Outside world is different. So of course I wouldn't behave the same way on the outside world, because you guys see how I behave in the outside world. Where are you going to see me? Where are you going to have time to come around my circle? But in the house, yes, we're all the same. We're all equals. We're all playing the game. But in the outside world, we're different. We're not the same. We're not equals. And I move differently.
Okay. So let's move on from that. Would you say you had a strong alliance? Would you say that all of this paid off while it lasted?
Well, I tell you one thing. They definitely felt my presence. So I must have done something right.
You haven't answered my question. Do you think you had a strong alliance?
Very. But I had strong alliances, but you have to understand that individual alliances were stronger than the duo alliances. So I'll give an example. So whether my alliance is strong with Cross or Perry or whoever, their own self-interest it triumphs over our alliance. So that's what happened in the end of the day. People cared about themselves, which is fine. It's a game. But definitely I had some strong alliances. Me and CC, me and Tony, me and Perry, me and Cross, and even me and Mercy. In fact, I had alliances with a lot of people there. You know? So.
You know why I asked this question?
Why?
The pardon me, please.
Yes. Omar.
Yeah.
Wow. The way I was campaigning with my life.
Because you seemed so sure,
sure.
for them to pardon you. I think you promised Perry a free movie.
So
tell me some of the promises you made.
Okay, with Perry, because me and Perry speak a lot, and he said he's got a movie coming out that he's filmed in America, Nigeria, and blah blah blah. So I was like, all right, cool. This guy is into producing now. He's doing this thing. So obviously, I put him to one side to follow him and talk about the pardon me stuff, and I told him, bro, I'm going to act free in your movie. And bear in mind, I'm in camera, so you can't really lie because you're on camera. People will bring up the archives. I said, bro, I'm going to act for free in your movie, just for your vote. Only for a vote. So it's not even just for a vote. I said, cool, don't worry. I got you. Shake hands, chop knuckle. Gave me a wink, my guy. Went to Shay. I told Shay, I'll package something nice for you at Echo Hotel, signature for you and your family. Very, very nice. Okay. Shay goes, okay, I've done that before. Like, I need something else. I said, no, I'll go package something for you outside the country or something with you and your family. You know, a nice trip or holiday. We shaked hands, chopped knuckle, gave me the wink. So I got you. You know, Cross wanted 100 money points. That was actually the one that even paid me the most, because then money points then was low. I gave him I had like 300 money point coins or less. I gave him 100. I said, Cross, this one pains me, but I gave it to him. And shout out to Cross, he was the only one that voted for me. That's why he's a real guy.
Because that's what I was going to say. At the end of the day, none of them.
None of them.
I think even Perry came to your face and still lied.
So Perry came to me and said, kid, I wasn't going to vote for you because he thought I liked Alex. He thought I was
You think that was why?
Yeah. told me.
Okay.
But I told him, bro, Alex is my girl. We've got a very good mutual friend. It's my sister. So parents told me, but it's cool. I voted for you. So every time someone came out of the diary session, I looked at them and said, thank you for your loyalty. Then they winked, but
Not so much of an alliance at the end of the day.
no, that's the thing, because people have their own self-interest because they're playing a game, and I was completely fine with it. I love the fact that no one even came to my aid, even Tolani. But I didn't hold any sort of grudges because it's a game, right? Everyone has the reasons why they want to vote somebody else because everyone there is campaigning. I just did mine more vocally because I was having fun with it. Like, I would literally walk around the house, smile and look at people and says, don't worry. I'm your HOH, don't worry, it's all good. And yeah, man, I'm having fun with it.
It is what it is.
It is what it
at the
is.
end of the day.
It's just fun. It's just catching crazy,
Okay, so something else we were initially, we were still kind of impressed about it was because we knew Kid to be the flirt, so we thought you probably have kissed like 10 girls before you were out of the house.
Please, I'm a married man now.
Yes. Well, you kept it cool initially. I think the one part that shocked me was when you chased Levi off your bed. I was like, do you remember that? The first week, she tried to sleep on your bed, and then you said she should leave.
Yeah. Look, everyone, like, I've told all the girls, I said, listen, I'm not looking for any ship. Don't try and ship me, blah, blah. It's not going to happen. I'm not looking for none of that because I've got a relationship outside the house, and I'm happy with that.
I mean, even in conversations, there was a time you said she doesn't all the girls in the house don't compare to your babe. You said something like that. Pretty much, you said a lot of things. So how did we go from there?
First of all, I want to say all the girls in the house are amazing, all beautiful inside and out. But when you talk about, for example, your wife, you say, my wife's the best woman in the world. No one compares to her. Or my husband is the best man in the world. He's this, he's that. That's how it is. I'm not taking anything away from these amazing, beautiful, 10 powerful, independent women. Please, let's not misconstrue that.
You just reminded me of something. We're going to get back to this conversation because a conversation just popped in my head. I know you're cool now, but why did you have a problem with Cece's confidence? You actually said you wanted to shrink, like she was too confident. You wanted to shrink her power or something like that initially in the game. What was it about that? Was it because I know that you, from your previous season, you'd spoken about, how a particular housemate was very confident, a female, but you felt like you had a problem with that initially. How Cece was confident in the game.
I don't remember saying that, but I'm going to take your word for it. That might have happened in the first week when maybe I didn't know her very well.
Yeah.
But I love that. Like, the way I carry Cece's matter for my head. Every interview I go to, I always say Cece. Before you ask a question, Cece. I love that girl. So when I got to know her and, spend time with her, I loved everything about her. So maybe that happened during the first week when I didn't really know her as much. But definitely not week 2, week 3, and week 4. Because I love that girl, man. Shout out to Cece.
Fair.
I got time for her.
So we're talking about, your girlfriend, your wife. So how do we move from there to locking lips with Messi?
Locking lips with who?
Messi.
Did that happen?
Yes, it happened.
Is there a video?
Do you want me to play a video?
Please play the video.
We happened, and you admitted it on Sunday to Ebuka.
Is there a video?
So yes, there's a video. The whole world knows it.
Oh, can you show me the video? I ain't seen the video. I saw someone walk up the stairs and come down the stairs.
But you admitted it already. So
Did I?
Case closed. Yes, you did.
I admitted to it?
Anyway, so this is where I'm going though. So that night it had happened. I don't even know how fans get to see this thing. They realized that she had unfollowed you on social media. So clearly she felt a type of way. Have you spoken to her yet?
Every day, man. Every day, of course. Every day we speak every day.
So that sorts it out.
It's done. It's just... I think it's not just formalities. It's just, but we're good, man. We're good. We speak every day. I think it's pretty cute, the unfollow thing. Actually, I won't lie to you.
Has she followed you back?
Did she?
Has she followed you back?
I don't think so.
So when is she going to do that?
I don't even know. At this point, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm like, maintain that energy.
Well, you guys are cool.
We're good. Like we're very, very good. Honestly, we're very, 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 very good. So yeah, there's literally no issues there. Like, we don't even put that to our mind about the whole follow. It's just social media. So, yeah. Okay,
cool enough. So, I'm sure you know what had happened with Shay Saturday night into Sunday and all of the things said. In fact, I know that your mom also tweeted. I think she said he threatened you or something like that. First off, what do you feel about the statement that Shay made? Not even to you. The one that he had said, he was training his sons to run up and female kids. What do you think about that?
To be honest with you, I don't want to add fuel to a situation and make it worse, because I know his team are trying to do some limit the damage on the PR, but obviously everyone knows what he did was completely insensitive and wrong. So I don't want to talk too much on that, because I know coming out of the house he's going to have a lot to deal with. So I don't want to make that situation worse. But I like to hope and think he didn't really mean what he said. I would like to think that, because I don't want to imagine a scenario where men, especially in our beautiful country, think that of females, which is totally insensitive and wrong. So when he comes out of the house, I think he'll explain what he meant by that, and I know he'll apologize.
Fair enough. But still on Shay, though, the night where he was talking to you about leaving EK alone, you felt so confused. Can you explain what happened with that situation? Was he threatening you?
I won't lie, the pigeon was too strong for me to even comprehend what he was talking about.
Well, you seemed really disturbed, like he did something. Though he looked really scary, because we were also wondering what's going on. Immediately, you went to Miss EK to apologize. What was that about?
Look, first of all,
did he threaten you?
First of all, I didn't feel threatened.
Have you spoken to your mom? Did she? Because your mom tweeted.
No, I spoke to my mom, but I didn't speak about that. It's a mother is just protecting her cub. But I didn't feel threatened by Shay. Have you seen the size of me? Everyone knows that.
What did he say to you exactly?
The thing is, I don't even know. We drank a lot that night. So, see, if I felt threatened, I would have manhandled him. But I didn't feel threatened. That's why I was like, my mind was on EK. EK's my guy. So my mind was like, is EK upset? Let me make sure me and my guy are cool, because he always says good things about me. That's my man. And the fact that he said I've upset him, that's what I was thinking about. Not Shay threatening me. I didn't even see it as a threat. It's not that
deep on your end.
Of course not. Otherwise, I would have reacted then and there if it was that deep. So that's why I didn't even speak to my mom about it. I left it. It's not even a serious situation. So
I think mom is just being mom at the end of the day.
Well, in the animal kingdom, when a predator walks up to the cubs, it's always the female first to get aggressive. The male doesn't do much. The female is the first to defend and attack their babies. So that's what my mom was doing. She was just protecting me. So
okay, cool. So the show ends at 1, so I'm just going to rush this up real quick. The show is over, right? As well as you playing the game. So tell us, who is Kidwaya? Who do you want people to know you as? Like, there's Kidwaya who played the game in All Stars, and we've separated that away from you. Who are you? Who is Kid? Are you really a schemer? Are you really a villain? Who is Kid?
Kid has multiple personalities. Kid is confident. Kid can be arrogant at times, can be cocky. Kid is a human. Kid is generous. He's loving. He's unapologetic. He's God-fearing. He's a happy person. He can be sad at times. Kid loves to give love. He loves to share. He loves to entertain. He loves to work hard. He loves to chill out and flex. Kid has many personalities, just like anyone else in this room. And you guys have followed my journey since 2020 up to now, and you've seen, how I move, how I behave, and how I give love. If people want to judge me based on the game, then that's completely fine. I mean, that's up to you. But I know myself, and the most important thing is to know yourself and to know how you are, and that's where you have total peace of mind. Forget about what people are saying on the outside. If you listen to everybody and how they feel about you, you'll run mad. So I only care about what I have to think about myself, what my team has to say. The rest is just sort of like, thank you, not thank you. It doesn't penetrate our borders in this team. So
fair enough. So we'll take the kid out of the house. I think that's
of course. It's a game. It's a game.
All right. So real quick, I'm going to mention the names of housemates. You tell me what you think about them. Starting with the one who misses you a lot, Cece.
I love that girl. Love. Confident, powerful, funny, just everything good.
Okay. Mercy.
Oh, Mercy's a fantastic human being. Consistent, flirty, playful, just a beautiful soul.
Fraud.
Fraud is a man with integrity. Very able man with integrity. Father figure, congratulations on his beautiful daughter, and congratulations to his wife. But yeah, man of integrity, businessman, hardworking, and a good and loyal friend.
Her.
Strong, emotional, loyal, wonderful human being.
Angel.
Angel, unapologetic, awesome, caring, carefree, and also very amazing.
Okay. Neo.
Energetic. That's my guy from lockdown for 3 years now. Hardworking, very loving. It's a cool guy.
Okay. Alex.
Oh, that's my girl. I call her my daughter, man. Alex is beautiful, tall, like a unicorn, emotional but strong, carries herself well. Yeah, she's wonderful.
Tolani Badge.
My G for life, man. I'm not gonna
What
say
did
too
she
much
even
about her.
say about you? I think she said you were always encouraging her.
Yes.
And Prince Nelson tweeted and says, she was absolutely right. So I think she really messes with you.
That's my girl. No, that's me and Charlie. I mean, for 3 years straight, we've been speaking back to back and everything, and that's my girl. Like, I don't want to talk too much about her. She's my girl. I love her.
Cross.
My guy that has my back more than my paddies. He's actually the only one I think that has actually been in my inner circle or hanged out with me abroad. So that shows you how much time and love I have for Cross.
Mm-hmm.
So his his cousin, Uncle Shegul, is very, very close to my dad. So me and Shay have good family ties. And that's the first time I met Shay in the show. And Shay, again, is a proud, traditional man. He's got an amazing family with his wife and his kids. He loves his family a lot. Shay loves his wife and his kid. He always talks highly of them. And he's an interesting character. He's funny. We do this thing where he calls me the mastermind, where he's like,
I think
that's what he does. So me and Shay crack a lot of jokes together in the house, man. He's a funny guy.
Okay.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
White money.
White money, misunderstood, very peaceful, loving, big heart, likes to cook for everyone. People think it's a tactic and stuff, but he likes to cook. And people like to eat. No one complains when we're hungry and he's cooking. So I don't understand why people complain on the outside of he's just using tactics. That's who he is. That's who he is. If he's not going to cook, who's going to cook? So he's a great guy, fantastic dude, businessman, hardworking, money-driven, focused.
All right. Speaking of cook, Uriel.
Uriel. That's my angel, man. She cooks for me every single day, 3-4 times a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner 1, dinner 2.
So she was like your personal chef.
I wouldn't. You know what? In the HFH, yes, she was.
Okay.
In the HFH.
Because of time, Doing, we're going to rush this up. Doing,
very opinionated, strong, stands up for her friends, stands up, for herself. And she's also powerful in her own right. Doing's also misunderstood, and she's a very fantastic person.
Soma.
Soma, I love Soma's story. I think Soma is a wonderful human being. Loves Angel, very caring, very generous. He's not selfish at all. He's the one betting the highest money points in every Saturday. I love him. I have so much time for him.
All right, EK.
My G. I call him Thug Life, man. EK is a ride and die kind of guy, man. Guy who's got your back to the end, who go to war with you, the front line. So EK, when you come outside, I'm waiting for you, man. I love that guy.
Okay, so we have Ileba, Venita, and Adekunle.
Ileba is a wonderful human. She's young. Everything she's achieved up to this point has been amazing. It's not easy coming in at that kind of age. And I think she's got a very, very bright future ahead of her. And I'm very excited to see, all the way she conquers different stuff. I think she's fun. She's flirty. She's a good vibe and good energy. So I look forward to her.
Do you still think she's a low hanging fruit?
Do I still think?
Yeah.
No, I think like I said, in the house, it's different. In the house, you're playing a game, you're saying some things. But outside the house, I would never speak down on anyone because they're not there to defend themselves. So I wish her the best, man, and I really love that girl.
Okay, Venita, Adekunle, and we wrap it up.
Venita powerful. I want someone that you don't want to get into an argument with. Someone that I love those. Sometimes to annoy her, I'll go and she'll be cooking, and I'll bring my big body and just rest my head on her shoulder like this. Right, and she'll just look at me like, and she'll laugh. So Vanessa, I love that girl, man. I got so much time for her. Top G. And of course, that's my London girl. Adekule, he's a strong man, proud, traditional, funny, smart, very, very smart. And I think he's a great fit for Vanita. And I look forward to spending some time with him on the outside. I think me and him will get along very, very well. And I've liked his character and his gameplay in this new season
so far.
Yeah.
Speaking of the new season, if you were to go back, would you play the game the same way?
I wouldn't go back, and yes, I will play the same way.
Okay.
And more.
But do you regret that you
absolutely
took
regrets.
the opportunity?
No regrets.
Okay, so what are we expecting from Kid 2.0?
I'm not gonna say too much on that, man. You know me, I'll announce things when I feel like it. But right now, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun. You know, I was with David and Ghana the other day, and Bobo, my family. Shout out to Freedom as well. You know me, I'm just gonna live my life and do my thing because that's me. And if I drop something, you know, product or business, that's a byproduct of being Kid. I've always got exciting things coming up, but most importantly, find my inner peace and just live my life unapologetically.
Okay, so your social media handles, so people can get across to you.
Don't follow me.
Don't follow you.
Why? Follow me. Don't follow me because you'll get a headache keeping up with my stuff. You got explain tire.
Okay, so you're really not going to give out your handle?
Nope.
Okay, that's fair enough. So what do you have to say to everyone listening to you right now as we wrap up the interview?
Just take it easy on your faves. Don't judge them. You know, they're playing a game. Allow them to play a game. And when they come out, please support them because it's not easy being a celebrity, being a public figure. You know, there's a lot of expectations on us. And this is the time where you need to really be behind them and support them and push them. So please, please, please take it easy on them and give them time to grow and help them grow. If you're frustrated or you're angry, put that anger on me. I can handle it. It's all good. But them,
careful just what you ask for, kids. Be careful.
That first tweet's already loaded.
Because I feel like you really need your mentals. You know, you just want to chill right now. But it's okay. You've handled it in the past. You can handle it because I see the drama that happens sometimes online.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
You keep going.
Yeah, that's the thing about me. I'll give you more. If you're peppered,
but sometimes it gets to you, right? A few times.
Not.
You're a human being.
No. If it ever gets to the point where it gets to me, I look around where I am. I see everything. I'm like, you know, my father is. Why am I letting it get to me? My father's Kidwaya. I'm gonna. I beg, please. I have no worries.
Kid is always gonna be Kid. Lord. Anyways, so you're gonna be in Nigeria for a minute. You know, disturbing us. Are you going back to London anytime soon? I mean, you gotta go see your babe.
Look, one minute I could be here, next minute I'm gone, next minute I'm back. So you guys just have to just check up on the gram and see where I'm at. But right now I feel very comfortable where I am. I love this country. I love my people. I love seeing my fans. So we'll see.
All right. I guess there's a lot of chaos coming. In Prince's words, what does he call you again? Problem number 2.
Yeah. 01 is problem number 1, and I'm problem number 2. Together, it's chaos.
Thank you for coming. The show wraps up right now. My name is TK. Thank you, Kid, for coming on the show. Wish you the best going forward.
Thank you.
93.3